Sasageyo, Shinzo Sasageyo. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today. There's a little Attack on Titan for you. This is going to be an Earth 2 only update video. Crypto in general, I probably should have put in there. Why? Because, first off, hello. Say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. We do have a couple of things to go over as far as the OMI burn is concerned, because we did have a large 77,000. Hey, Gary Carter, what's going on? We have 77,000 NFTs sold yesterday in the VVverse. They sold out in 22 minutes, according to the Ecomi official Twitter, the VV Collectibles 2.0 official Twitter. And they did change their name. It was VV Collectibles, now it's VV Collectibles 2.0. I guess we're getting into season 2 of these collectibles that's coming out. I think that comes out May 20th, the season 2. We're hypothesizing, like I said, dinosaurs. We're hypothesizing actual packs from the NFL. Those are not confirmed yet. Those are just something that, because NBA Top Shot has had that, and that has been a huge success, we are hypothesizing that we are able to get packs with the NFL as well. That'd be really cool. And again, I hope they go old school. I want old school, like 70s and 80s, like Freeman McNeil, Mark Gastineau, like the sack exchange from the New York Jets. Now, again, we could be able to have something like Tim, the shave. We could be able to have something like Tim Tebow, just recent people on sports scenes. But I hope they start older. I hope they start, in the 70s and 80s, like the Killer Bees or the Dolphins defense. That's what they were known as. And you have these entire, just so much history with it. There's so much they can do with it. So I think in order to separate themselves from Top Shot, what VV should do is, outside of packs, you should be able to go and say, like, hey, I want to buy which decade, 60s, 70s and 80s would be great. Gary Carter says, I like when you do videos at this time in the UK and normally sleep at work. Yes, this time, this is my UK, or this is my European stream. So I can stream for my European folk, and I can stream for anyone that's up, really, because I know at times, hey, what's up, Linux? After Guidebook Gaming stream, it's like 10:15, 10:20, and people have already been on their stream for a while, and then they try to hop over here, and it's like, people in the UK, people in Europe, like Austria, Germany, whatever, they're just like, oh, they can't do it. So I do this for my European peeps. Oh, thank you for 10 likes so soon in the video. That means a lot. Lance says, my PC broke down. You can't buy OMI. Oh no. I try to get someone to buy it for you, as we have a potentially huge dip here, or at least it's found this new support, because again, after 0.0051, you had a big sell-off going to like 0.0043, and then you had that big, it all got absorbed. Someone was like, nope, and they bought that real quick. So again, this is moving like a stock, despite the fact that this is something where you have only available on a couple of exchanges. It's only available on AscendX, Gate.io, and Bit4x. Outside of that reasoning, it still trades like a stock, even though it's not available to many people. It's a pain in the butt to buy, and once you do that, once you get it, it's like, oh, okay, now it's easy. And again, we'll be on more exchanges, several smaller ones, and then I think hopefully Binance. I think by the end of the year, latest will be early next year, but I think Binance by the end of the year. So again, they have a bunch of things they're ready to release. And actually, I was watching a live stream with one of the new Ecomi employees yesterday, and this is why I'm more bullish on Earth 2 today than I think I might be OMI, because they said, like, oh yeah, virtual reality in general is something that is such a large barrier of entry to, meaning that it's very, very hard to do, it's very, very expensive to do, and they're going to stick with augmented reality for now, which again is fine. And Earth 2 again has been working on this for a long time, but we've known about it since November, December, and yeah, this is something that I 100% believe. Why I said, again, virtual reality, multi-trillion-dollar industry, and Earth 2 is going to be at the forefront. Earth 2 is going to be like when it comes out. Again, they just released their credit cards that you're going to be able to order, and then in a couple weeks they're going to be able to. They're like, oh, hey, cryptocurrency, and then phase 2 starts. So phase 2 will probably start in July, maybe. They have to get the credit cards out first. That'll take a couple weeks, maybe a month, then they'll release the crypto. And so again, things keep getting delayed, and people are just like, no, I'm selling my tiles. So you can go to the marketplace, get things for 75% off, which is bananas. You can go in and get that. You can go in and just, it's a free for all. It's Wild Wild West. Everyone's selling everything. This is perfect. Again, be fearful when others are greedy, but be greedy when others are fearful. So this is the perfect time for both of these with OMI and Earth too. Now, again, Shane tweeting out yesterday, he's frustrated. I think he's just maybe just trying to shake out some of those paper hands, those loose hands that people have. But the fact that we're able to get things at such a great discount, even if you're looking at places with, let's say a 75% discount in America, okay, well, you have about, what's that, 10? So yeah, you still have to pay like $10, $15 a tile, but a 50% discount in a place that's only 70 cents, get it for 35 cents all day. That's what I would do, just to get those resources, and just to get those not just the resources, but the resources and the essence that you're going to be able to get. And again, this is going to be like web domain 3.0s here. Raythax said he bought ChavezTopia.eth yesterday, and that's going to be a bunch of different things. I guarantee you have New York Jets EPLs, you have Miami Dolphins EPLs, sports teams EPLs, Skippy Peanut Butter EPL, Heineken EPLs. You're going to have all of these different mozzarella, like Family Matters, Steve Urkel EPLs. It's going to be chaos, wild west. So that's another way to make some money with this. But again, because we had that burn, the OMI daily burn, if you follow them on Twitter or not, definitely follow them, because they post each day how much that they burn. They take the calculations. What was the burn 24 hours ago? What was the burn now? And they go there. So again, we have 3.7 billion burned, which is great. And there are some days where they decide not to burn. I don't know if it's because they update the servers and do whatever, but some days that there's zero burn. Not because there was nothing sold, but because they just, hey, let's wait while we update the servers and marketplace and everything. And then they have days like that. They're going to do 2 times the burns, 4x the burns. Like they're going to have special burn days. That's what they do. But on days that they do burn, it's always 1 million OMI or more that's burned. And especially now, I hope this price continues going down, because like I said, at a half a penny, every 1 gem that's spent is 200 OMI that's burned. And instead of when it was a penny, it was only 100 OMI that was burned. Now that same gem burns 200. But if it goes down to 0.003, and then you have 300, oh my God, this. And again, it's like this with next to no one in, maybe 300,000 users by this point. So, take some questions here. Zane Bensing says, realistic OMI price prediction by December. If we don't go into a bear cycle, which I don't think we will, because we're still in the bull cycle right now. My base case is about 10 cents. My bullish case is 12 to 15 cents. And my bear case is around 6 cents, because again, historically looking, which you can't really go on historics, because in the crypto market, it's never been $2.5 trillion market cap. It's never been that. So looking at 2013 and 2017, where around this time, around like June through September, it goes through the roof. And any crypto, mostly Bitcoin, Ethereum, but anything that's been around. 2013, and then it kind of falls off in September, October. 2017 fell off September, October, and that's true for all crypto. That's true for Bitcoin, Ethereum. But then again, there wasn't big institutions buying it at that point. There's big institutions not just buying crypto, not just buying Bitcoin, they're buying Ethereum as well. And the billions of dollars where you can tell that are flowing into Binance, they are going to. Yeah, some are going to Bitcoin, but a lot are going to these altcoins, because they know. Now, could this be a short-term thing? Could some people have that logic saying, like, you know what? Well, this happened. I'm going to get in before the summer when it goes to the moon, and I'm going to sell right at the fall, just before winter. And maybe they're doing that. Maybe they're doing this for short-term capital gains, but I do not think so. I think there's going to be a tiny sell-off, because you have a couple companies trying to show it on their balance sheets, like, oh, hey, it's worked, we're going to show a profit. But for the most part, you have a lot of companies that just buy and hold, that are very intelligent, very smart. MicroStrategy, Grayscale, Tesla. I think Twitter's doing it now as well. And so this has never happened before. So I don't think this is a normal bull cycle where we're going to go down. I think this is going to be a super bull cycle. And again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but many people think, or many, not even people. There's some I would say people are more conservative than the big institutions. People are saying, probably $250,000, $300,000 for Bitcoin by the end of the year. But big institutions are in between 300 and 400,000. So if you have something like Bitcoin that can go, 5x and goes to 300,000, let's say, then what do you think altcoins are going to do that are so violent and overreactive? They're going to go to much, much higher than that. They're going to go, 10, 15, 20x. So again, 20x from here, you'd be looking at about 10 cents, which sounds like a lot in one fell swoop, but it's probably going to be, okay, there's going to be a bunch of catalysts. Again, next week, when they start to liquidate a little bit, we're going to see a little bit of a dip. Most likely, it could be like that one day where it was a big dip down from 0.0051 to 0.0043, and then it immediately went back up because someone was like, oh, hell no. They bought it. It's like beavers when they see running water. It was like, absolutely not. They just got to build a dam. So someone saw that. It's like that's too low. So they went in and bought it. Will that happen? Next week? I don't know. I don't know if there's as many big players. Oh, I know there are. There are already millionaires in there. I'm unsure if there are billionaires in at this point. But even if that doesn't happen right away, you still have the season 2 of these VV collectibles. You have big name drops, like I said. Star Trek, Jurassic Park, NFL, that they're going to come out with product with. Again, hypothesizing packs. And then, so every 6 weeks or so, you're going to see a catalyst like that, big drops, maybe name dropping what they have in licenses, so it's going to go from here to here, and then you're going to see it on another exchange, and then the same thing happens again. And again, they've gone from one drop every 2 weeks to one drop every week now, and then at some point it's going to be one drop, or it's going to be 2 drops a week, and then when Binance comes, oh my goodness, to the moon. So I hope that explained your answer. And Zane, I hope that explained my answer, or to your question. Maxwell Cook says, I use the BitForex app. Linux, yeah, I do too, the BitForex app. Hey, what's up, Legio Leon? How's it going? That tends to, I don't know, force close on me, so the computer's usually safest. Linux has managed to mind trick someone and bought Amsterdam Center class 1, 45% off. Oh my god, Linux, that's amazing. Isabel Pizarro says, hey Randy and everyone, how's it going? Isabel, do you have a cousin named Constanza? Because I dated a girl named Constanza Pizarro. Kind of like George Costanza, not real, like she was a girl, but but just that Costanza name. She was from Chile. Yeah. Gary Carter says, question, do you find it strange how little amount of news is coming from Earth 2? No phase 2 as of yet, no resources, no more information. What's your take? I mean, there hasn't been any dev stream, although they are planning for a new dev stream probably in the next month or so. But the news that we're getting, yeah, you're right. It's from external sources. It's from commercials in Italy. It's from magazines in all these different places. And you have that question again. And you have you have not Twain cheating. You have Shane tweeting. And he tweets every couple of days, once a week to try to keep us updated. Every once in a while, like Nathaniel or Wolfgang will be in the chat, just hanging out. Dylan Seo hasn't been in the chat that much recently, but everyone's still there. I mean, you definitely see really quickly that you have these people. If they quit, if they left, you would notice it right away. But no, they're all still working, and even if one person leaves, like let's say their main job was to just coding to set up something, and once their job is done, it's like, okay, well, no longer needed, so maybe I'll just leave and stay on as a consultant. But no, I don't think it's weird. I mean, they're working. They had to work very hard to be able to fix the payment issues, and thankfully that's going to be fixed with the credit cards that are coming out. And then phase 2 has been ready to go for months, but as they were about to release and launch phase 2 in Essence and all that, they got this big deal for being with crypto. And again, we don't know which one it is. Probably on the Go Chain link. Again, Go Chain and Chainlink is, I think Chainlink is the one that links to everything. But again, Go Chain is something that's very, very carbon neutral. So either way, whether it's founder Go Chain follows Shane on Twitter, so I'm pretty sure there's a connection there. And again, that's why that's how I got into OMI. I highly suspected that they were going to use OMI, which most likely they're not, but again, a greater than 0% chance that they are. But again, even if it's just the Go token or something on the Go chain, that's again, I'm saving the rest of my money for that, because that'll happen. That increase will be a lot quicker, because again, you not only have VR, that the barrier to entry, which said by an Ecomi employee is extraordinarily hard, and they don't really plan to do that, at least not yet. With Earth 2, historically, we've seen prices for in-game currencies go from here to here very, very quickly. So I'm not tripping. Omar Shakwari says, "Hey, what do you think about Doge?" I hate this question. I don't. The fundamentals are not there for me. Fundamentals for Doge are not strong. It's created as a joke, and you can't stake with it. Can't build NFTs. And I think it shows immaturity that Doge is number 5 crypto. It was number 4. I think XRP overtook it. It's number 5 crypto now. But again, you can't do. It's a meme. It's a joke. They would be much better suited, long term, to be able to go and buy Bitcoin, because that's much more stable. Whereas, hell, even something like, let's say, Safemoon, where Safemoon again is like one of the highest risk things I've ever seen, because it's like quadrillion coins, and which is like 1,000 trillion, and then you have it's the people saying like, okay, well, we're going to make this. I feel like it's a lot of promises, and for all I know, they could be fulfilled in the future, but I have to even that out. I have to even that out there. But even still, that's something which, the fundamentals. Okay, it's burned a lot, but I think you'd be much better off going into OMI or like I said, anything with Earth 2, or like I said, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Like, I don't trust Doge at all. But that being said, it can go to $1.20 on Saturday, with Elon Musk hosting Saturday Night Live. And even he was asking people the other day, it's like, hey, what do you guys want to see? What would be a fun skit on Saturday Night Live? And everyone's like, Doge to the moon, Doge. And I was like, oh my God, these people. And Elon's like, whoa, guess I'm gonna. He didn't say it, but he's thinking like, wow, I'm probably gonna have to do some Doge remark. Like, if he comes out holding like a Shiba Inu, it would be the greatest thing. Isabel Pizarro says, I wish I hadn't heard about Earth 2. It's starting to look like a scam. No, this is definitely not a scam. Like I said, I would not be putting hundreds of dollars a week into this each week if it still is a scam. Again, I put 5 figures in, between 11 and 12,000. This is not a scam at all. But like I will bet. I will put my hand and bet whatever amount of money that you want. Like, I'll bet the entire Chavez fortune that it is not. It is definitely not a scam. Lynn X says, how people are still thinking Easy was a scam. I don't know. I mean, if you're new into it, and let's say you haven't, let's say no research was done, and you're just starting to dip your toes into that knowledge. It's like, okay, well, all right. So it's very easy to take money. It's very easy to put money in, but it's a little bit difficult to get it out. So that does kind of feel like, and then if you go in and say like, okay, well, this person that I ask about it, he's giving me as a referral code. So he gets something when I buy something. Sounds a little pyramid schemey. Sounds like, he's getting something for nothing. But then again, you do too. Because you could either buy land and you don't get anything for it, or you could use someone's referral code and you get 5% back. But again, I understand how that, if you're first dipping your toes in, like, okay, well, you're buying virtual land, which doesn't really mean anything right now, and you can only sell it to other people, and then Earth 2. Okay, I think, again, from a market analysis standpoint, it's beautiful that they're vertically integrated, that every time you sell to someone else, they take 5%. Again, I love that because that's good for the company. That's good overall for the overall health of the business. But some people might look at that like, oh, so not only are they charging me, they take my money, hard to take my money back. We have this 5% pyramid scheme thingy going on, and then they nickel and dime me, taking 5% of the profits. Again, I could understand how it looks like that, but then going deeper into it, like, oh, okay, so these are the developers I've worked on before. These are the developers that have gone on and again, Dylan CO, that was the co-founder of Oculus Rift. I was like, okay, well, they have a big name attached as well, and looking at these guys that are sleeping like 3-4 hours a night, just to get this off the ground, get this running, is phenomenal. And so that's why I can understand how it can look like it if you're just starting to dip your toes in, but again, I would not be putting this much money into anything that I thought even had a 1% chance of being a scam. Unleash D's says, What is the sense of Earth 2? Is that like a pun? Like, what is the sense? Like essence? Yeah, let me know exactly what that means. Maxwell Cook says, because they didn't get rich overnight. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we also do have a bunch of new investors, which, you hear these stories, and sometimes you see it happen before your own eyes. Like, I'm not going to invest in. Let's say you invested in OMI back in February, and you went up like 8,000%. Like, oh, I got to get in this, and then suddenly you buy it at a penny, and now your investment's cut in half, and it's just like, okay, well, this sucks. Where again, we had that one guy who invested $150,000 at 1 penny, and he had like 16 million OMI, and okay, well, I have 1/3 of him, and I only spent like 20-something thousand dollars to get 5.5 million OMI. Because is that fair to him? Well, that's just what happens. And I was buying it at 0.7, or I'm sorry, 0.007, so 0.7 of a penny, and I was buying all the way down. So dollar cost average in. I hope he dollar cost averaged in as well, because he lost $75,000, and I don't know how much I lost, but I think it's down like 30% in the last like couple days. Or I'm sorry, the last 30 days is down like 30%. But so you look at that and it's like, okay, well, this sucks. And you said, well, this person gained like 8,000% in like 2 weeks. So when people are expecting to have big gains and they have big losses, yeah, it's very frustrating. So I understand that. But again, if you believe in something long term, it doesn't matter what it does short term. Again, Tesla, when I started buying, again, pre-split, it was like $900 a share pre-split. Oh, $700 a share, $500 a share. Was I being like, oh no, I absolutely was not. I saw the disruptiveness in it. I saw exactly what it was doing. I knew where it was going. I knew the sense of the world going full electric. I was like, this is super cheap. This should not be happening. So continue buying all the way down to 350. And then what happened? Not only does it go past 900, it goes like 1500. They announce a split. After it goes like 2500, it's like, okay, here comes the split. So then you get, for every 1 share you had, now you have 5 shares. So if you have 10 shares, you have 50 shares now. And now it's easier for people to get in at 500. So I was like, okay, if you believe in something long term, and again, it's gone up to 900 after the split, and then it went back down to 330. And it went up to 700 something, now it's down to 650. I do not care what it does in the short or long term, or in the short term, because I know where it's going long term. Same thing with Bitcoin. I had no problem buying at 59,000, going down to 42,000. I was buying continuously all the way down. I bought at 65,000, bought down to 52,000. OMI, again, same thing. So if you believe in something long term, it should not matter what it does in the short term. Kurtan says, "Baby Randy." Yeah, I know. I look like I'm 25 almost. Maybe not with the hair, because with the hair, I feel like there's not enough there for me to consider me being like 18 again. But I would say maybe 25. Maybe. Again, I feel like a girl with the nails and the long hair, clean shaven face. Unleashed D says, "If I buy land virtually, it only has value for me who plays in the game, but has zero value in the real world." Yeah, that's correct. I mean, the same thing with NFTs. It's like, okay, well, it's only, I can only look at it, virtually. Okay, true. But that people want that because it's art, it's digital art. That's the progression of art. And art dwarfs Pokemon. Even though Pokemon is a subsect of art, you have, there's a whole business out there for people who breed Pokemon. Like, they breed them with the perfect IVs, they breed them with the perfect EVs, and they're shinies, and competitive players, that's what they do. They buy those Pokemon from them in games. Like, oh, all right, yeah, give me. Because they don't have time to sit there for 100 hours to breed one perfect Pokemon when they need a team of 6 or sometimes 8, depending on who they're playing. They can't do that. So instead, they just buy and they pay money for it. But so virtual, but you have to understand, or you have to think, that if you buy virtual land, no, it means nothing in the real world. But at the same time, you could buy real world land, let's say in Louisiana, that you could. It is sometimes cheaper to buy land in the real world than it is in Earth 2. And why I say this is because I've done videos on that before, saying like, oh, this place in Louisiana, this place in Kentucky, wherever, it is cheaper acre by acre to buy in Earth 1 than it is in Earth 2. Buying land in Earth 1 does not help you out in Earth 2. So kind of double-bladed sword, I guess, or symbiotic. Where do you think the world is going to go? Like, do you think in 20 years it's going to stay the same, or VR will be a fad and it's over? No, no, I don't think so. I see virtual, not just virtual reality, but virtual real estate again, $1 trillion industry right there, and we're getting in on something that we know the graphics are better than Red Dead Redemption 2, which is insane. We have a very strong user base right now. We built not only kind of wide, we built pretty deep. There's people that again, I would have zero issue if, well, because I only put in like 12 grand, but I would have zero issue if, well, let's say the game's a failure. Let's say it's like not like Fortnite. Let's say it comes out and it's not everything expected, not everything we expected. I'm still gonna go in. One, it's a whole world to myself, and just build cool things. There's always gonna be those small players, the small group of people that are gonna play. It's like, oh, this is fun. This is still cool, and I don't share with anyone. But I 100% believe that this grows to millions and millions of people, because again, they've only advertised in Facebook and Instagram. They haven't paid any big YouTubers to go like, hey, mention us, which they don't even need to. But Logan Paul already mentioned it already that he's in, and he's got 20 million followers, give or take. So when this goes into Earth 2 more, when this goes into more mainstream, you're gonna see a lot more people coming in. And also, even if you have, let's say, 1,000 tiles in Earth 2, let's say you have one giant 750 plot land. If you don't do anything with that land, you're not going to make money with it. You're going to have to be able to do things, and that's where I think a lot of people are going to go and continuously call it a scam, or continuously call it rigged or fixed or fake, because they're going to spend, let's say, $1,000 on a 750 plot land somewhere, and they're just like, all right, well, people are going to come. No, you have to build stuff on it. You can. I think it is much easier for someone to build or to buy a 3x3, so nine squares, 9 tiles, and build something cool on it, as opposed to someone that's uncreative that just buys it and expects just money to flow in. No, you're gonna have to work it. You're gonna have to go and build stuff with it, and depending on what you build, it could be like one of the most inventive, amazing things. But you could build like a fire pit. And yeah, a fire pit would be cool. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. Anton Sandworth says, what is the sense of CSGO skins? Well, oh yeah, all right, so that's a good thing as well. It's a good topic. Like, for anyone that has kids or is just in the CSGO Fortnite world, there's no point. It's cool. It's like clouds, like saying like, oh, I gave this to my avatar. It's cool. That is flaunting and flexing in the virtual world. And what you have with, like, why do some people get Ed Hardy shirts? Why do some people wear Gucci? Because they want to be loud, they want to be noticed, they want to be like, hey, look what I did, look what I got, look what I can afford. And you're gonna have that in, like, or sometimes when things are just really awesome, like back in the day, Jenko's, the JNCOs, Jenko jeans, Jenko shirts that had the flames on it. I was all about them because they looked cool. Why do people buy skins for their Fortnite characters or for the CSGO characters? Because they look cool. They either look cool or that they want them, that it's either one of those. And the big things with I think it's Fortnite, the biggest drops that they have is with Marvel, is with Disney, is with having those skins, having those loot boxes. So the fact that OMI has partners with, or Vivi's partnered with all of them. They haven't announced Disney, they haven't announced Pokemon, but they will. Yeah, so there's no point to them other than look cool and for people to make money, and they do. Some of them do look cool. Someone's like, oh, this looks awesome. It matches my whatever. What is the sense of life? Like the purpose of life, or the? I think the purpose of life probably be to. Well, for me, it's different for each person. For some people, like I'm going to use my friend Vanessa, who I served in the military with, and she's smart, she's pretty, she could literally do whatever she wants. But she went to college to be a counselor for youth, and it's like, you're not going to make money in that. So I don't want to make money. I want to like help kids, get them out, probably cut them off the streets, like get them like go into the military, get them whatever, just help them out. Like she wants to help people in that specific way, and she will. I know she'll be great at it, but she won't do that. She knows she's not going to make money with it. She knows she's not. She just wants to help people, which is great. So donating some time and dedicating your life to that is awesome. So it depends for each person. For me, I dedicate my life to helping animals. For others, they just want to have a good time. They just want to explore all of what life has to offer. They want to travel. They want again, which is I love traveling. I love doing that. So I guess it's different for each person. Anton Sandworth says nothing. Everything is just electronic signals. Yeah, I love that theory where we could just all potentially be a brain in a vat of fluid, like in a tank somewhere, and we're just all hallucinating this. Or that, again, we're just all codes, the ones and zeros. Very, very possible. Unleashed says, that's it. No one cared about it. Only those who play it. Yeah, yeah. No one really cares one way or the other. Only those who play it. But again, they have a big player base. Gary Carter says, thank you. Oh, no problem, Gary Carter. Anton Sandworth says, yet there's value in it. Yeah. There's many ways that have value in Earth 2 land, because you have the ability to not only just sell it, so you can just flip, which I don't do. I would buy long term, but when you build something on there, you're gonna be able to, okay, well, you have foot traffic, or you could just rent it out. If something's cool, you could rent it out to someone for a month or a day. It depends between owner and renter and rentee. And then outside of renting it out, again, you could not rent it out. You could just build something cool in there, and as long as you have foot traffic, you're gonna be able to get ads put on there and make money with that. Or outside of that, you could just sell the resources and essence that you get from it. So there's many different ways to capitalize on the Earth 2 tiles. It's not just one. No, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's. There's no wrong way to make money on Earth 2. Unleashed says value which goes to the devs. I don't know what the split is going to be. Maybe a 60-40 split or 50-50, 70-30. I don't know. But the value will be split. They've already mentioned that as well. Sharkawi says, yes, I think Doge is a joke, but it has an Elon Musk and the people pump it. I just want to make some profit. Yeah, and you probably can. If you buy it now, you could probably pump it by Saturday and make a quick turnaround. Be advised, Coinbase, they report to the IRS, and so whatever profit you have, save 30-40% of that for taxes, because that's what they'll do. But I don't know if Robinhood's the same way. But Robinhood also has the ability to shut you down, be able to not trade it, cancel trading. It's okay, well, I don't trust Robinhood for that reason. Kurtan55 says, Randy, you check out Cardano Algorand? Oh, no, I haven't. So again, I went deep down on Safemoon the other day. I haven't had time, but again, Cardano and well, I guess I've gotten a little bit over Stellar Luna. But Cardano's very big, which I still believe in, even though I haven't gone deep down the rabbit hole. But Cardano I like. XRP I'm still not on board with yet, but again, just because I haven't gone deep down it. But I haven't done Polkadot, I haven't done Algorand, those coins yet. I will at some point. Just been very, very busy. It's just weird. After I retired, I expected to be like, there's free time. I don't have free time. This is ridiculous. Anton Sandworth says, I don't understand what your argument is. That value is subjective, that institutions profit. Who you mentioned? No, not, well, yeah, I guess value is subjective, but no, we get money from that. It's not like the ad revenue that is made and the renting that's made, all of that money does not go to the developers. I don't know what the split is going to be, whether it's a 70-30 split, a 50-50 split, anywhere in between, but we will get money from that. Again, if I would not have put this much money into tiles, if there wasn't any big return. If it was something where, all right, it's a fun game where it's like a free to play, pay to win, maybe I'd put $20, $100 in, but I would not have put the 5 figures that I put in. Because again, long term, this is something that Ready Player One, this virtual reality, and it's very hard to do. The barrier to entry is extraordinarily high. It's not like people getting into Pokemon where they just say oh yeah, I'm gonna throw down a couple $100s on some boxes and then flip it. The barrier to entry there is very, very small. The barrier to virtual reality is extremely, extraordinarily high. So I see a lot of value in this. I see a lot of value in the developers team. Again, if you want to bet on the jockey or bet on the horse, when you have something that's where you believe in both, bet the freaking house. Again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Evu Hong says, I bought 750 class 1. Is that a good decision? I mean, it depends on what you want to do with it. It depends if you, I mean that people are pay premium for class one. So yeah, it doesn't matter where it is. I would have done the same thing. Let's say if I didn't have any tiles yet, yeah, go there, go big, and then where I would go is I would buy some tiles in places that's really really cheap, where you can get really really cheap tiles for, and take that essence and those resources and make a huge 750 tile plot. That's amazing because you're bringing essence resource from elsewhere and putting it into your main plot and just building walls made of diamond or whatever it is that you want. You could be as creative with it as you can. So yeah, I like that idea. Maxwell Cook says, I still hope he swings in on a Doge coin with Miley singing Wrecking Ball. That would be great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's seen that meme too. Okay, yeah, I hope so. Spacey Koenig says, what does Brun mean? Does it mean that at some point there will be no more Akomi? Oh, burn, no. Well, I doubt it. Or maybe at some point, but there's the burn means that every time there is someone that pays gems for an NFT, it goes from their vault to their burn wallet because it costs money to do that. So that's what happens. The long and short of it is that you get 3 wallets when you have a VV app. You get a gem wallet, an OMI wallet, and an NFT wallet. Where VV has 4 different wallets. VV themselves, they have a reserve wallet for OMI, they have a vault for OMI, they have a burn wallet for OMI, and then they have an NFT wallet. So what happens is when let's say you put in $100 and you get 100 gems. So what happens is they take $100 worth of OMI, which would be like 2,000 OMI. It goes from their reserve wallet to your OMI wallet and then directly right back to their vault. And that happens just because, okay, that's a ledger. That's the ledger. That's how they track why the OMI went there. And then once you spend those gems, that OMI goes from the vault to the burn wallet, and they're never to be seen again. So that's essentially what happens. And then they give you the NFT, which is great. So there'll be less and less as time goes on, making it more valuable. And it says you can check if a coin/token has a max circulation limit on CoinMarketCap. Burn just means that you use up a token. Yeah. Unleashed says, I don't say that it's a scam. I'm invested too. I don't think I said it was. All right, anyway. Wow. Cronus Dollar says, I spent $21,000 on 2.1 million. LOL wrecked. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you bought it when it was about a penny. Which again, you have a couple million. I still continue to believe that by mid 2020s, that would be $1 per coin and a couple $1 million. Again, this is all predicated on the fact that this is a very hard thing to do. And again, when the perfect storm is they have Alfred Kahn to get all of these different licenses. Anything Alfred Kahn touches turns to gold. He is not someone that just does things for a little bit of profit. No, it goes to the moon. Whether it's 4Kids Entertainment, whether it's bringing Pokemon over here, Yu-Gi-Oh over here. He's had a hand in all these different licenses and is pretty much the reason why we all grew up with Pokemon. Why I have a Pokemon tattoo. And he's done Nintendo. He's done Legend of Zelda. He is one of my heroes. Maybe he's just very very ambitious. And when they hired him on, again, if I had known about this years ago, I would have been an initial investor. Shut up and take my money. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right? So, Anton Santos says, Brandy, you should check out Linear Finance, promising and potential for growth, cross-chain compatible, Delta One asset protocol eating up SNX market cap by the day. Okay, Linear Finance, I will put that on the list. Solomon Gailon says, why don't you make normal videos anymore? A lot of people, me included, don't have time to watch a 1-hour live. It's just that more people have asked for the live streams than they have for the videos, and it's very hard to do both. I was doing one live stream and then people said, okay, please make a live stream in the morning. I was like, okay, so I'll do that. There's only so much I can do. I still have Pokemon videos, and again, I still have other things that I want to do, like Pokemon videos I have to make. I haven't done like a Veterans React in a while. I haven't done so. I do want to do that. Maybe on weekends I could try to do that and make normal videos. because at those times it's hard to stream because I'm very, very busy. So I will try. I'll make that promise that I will try. Gary Carter says, when I was a kid, I collected Pokemon like everyone. I had a first edition Pikachu, Zapdos, Mew, and Charizard, all shiny. God, I wish I knew where they went. A lot of people's moms have them. A lot of people's moms threw them out. It's like, oh, big oof. Kurton55 says, look at Decentraland and Second Life. People make insane money on those. My neighbor Alice, but Second Life is the one that started it. People still make money on that. And again, the graphics aren't the best. Decentraland, same thing. This is something that has never been done at this scale before. Lots of money to be made. Gary Carter says, so amazing that you got where you are from Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon was Pokemon's helped me make my fortune. That was at least half of it. I got very, very lucky. Well, not really lucky because I knew, like, I had the knowledge to know, like, oh, okay, well, but I got lucky enough where I could buy. Oh God, if I could buy in like 2015 prices, where they were. I bought mostly, 2018, 2020, and then I started the business in 2020. I put an extra 30K into it. That worked out great. Fantastic. KrepoBrooke, how's it going? Said, did you already went over OMI news? I could go over it again. So basically, the fact that they have they 77,000 NFTs were bought yesterday in 22 minutes. So we're gonna have a large OMI burn, which is fantastic. The other thing is that one of the new people that work there has said that AR is probably not gonna be something that's gonna come in for a while. And I'll go over what I said last night a little bit for European folks, saying that, hey, we have a bunch of NFTs that we haven't yet made, but we're trying to make it so that the utility of them is balanced. Whereas, okay, NFT attack for a T-Rex would probably be to bite. For a Powerpuff Girl, it would probably be to fly or to punch. For Joker, it might be a gas flower that gases people. So they are working on making them much better and more fun, so you can do things with it. But they just said it's hard to try to make everything balanced. So it's like, oh, that's really cool. It's really fun. Oh, Ari Realty, what's up, buddy? How's it going? How far back am I? Oh, wow, I'm 15 minutes behind on comments. I'm sorry, guys. Heaven said this is a great time to be alive. There are many opportunities to become financially independent. I agree 1,000%. There is no better time to be alive than 2021, right now. Curtain File says decentralized finance is going to be amazing after the boomer control is out. Yeah, so that I can't. Again, where do you think the world is going? Do you think anyone 50 and above is buying video game coins, video game currency? No, it's all us. And it's all, again, in the future, what's going to happen to the kids now that are 0 to 18 or 0 to 20? There's going to be a bunch of older people, but they're also going to still be buying because they grew up with it. And yeah, this is. I'm very excited. No better time to be alive. Most of us are all still pretty young. Although I know, again, if you're like 15, be like, Chavez, you're 30, you're old. Like, first off, how dare you? Second off, he's not old. Rohan Kath says, it's mostly people who don't know where LIT comes from, and says that it might be worthless. Yeah, same thing. I didn't even mention land income tax. Drop 500 in OMI, Irfan Mirza, get that bread. You get that bread. Heaven says, I am building, oh my God, I just farted. I'm so sorry. I'm building a soccer stadium at one of my locations, and I will let fans throw tomatoes at each other. That sounds amazing. Like, there's so many things that I've wanted to do in life, and that SpongeBob episode where Squidward's like mopping stuff, and Mr. Krabs charges like $5 for like a tomato to throw at Squidward, and people are like, it's worth every penny. I want to do like that. I've always wanted to do that in real life, so doing that in video games would be great. Also, I just saw Ariel today. That just reminded me. My friend Erin just had a week-long thing. She has a website now. That is down in the description down below. If you want to buy some cleaning supplies, I desperately need cleaning supplies. I'm just gonna pay someone to clean. If you need cleaning supplies or like oven mitts, whatever, or it's decent if you want to get into baking or cleaning. It's good if you want to restock. Again, link down below. So moving on. Hetman says I'm building a soccer stadium. Oh yeah. Oh God. So tomatoes would be great. I don't know what else would be fun. Like a fun food to throw, like pears or apples, rotten apples. That'd be fun. Alan Thomas said, "Hey Randy, closing at 400,000 OMI. Get that bread, Alan. You get that bread." Oh my God, good for you. I'm very, very happy for you. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're becoming mighty. So moving on after Alan Thompson. Carl TV off the grid says, I talked about the best Brazilian stock in my opinion right now. Check it out if you want, Randy. Um, what is the best Brazilian stock? Let me know. N Goomba says, is OMI better than Safemoon? I think 100% yes. Right there again, because Safemoon in the future, if they do come out with the video game that they're talking about, and if they have so many different hurdles that, yes, if they go through each one without a hitch, it could be really great. And if the game is successful, yes. But right now, the fundamentals on OMI, again, there's a reason why I'm putting over 6 figures into OMI, and I'm not putting anything into Safemoon. Because this is a disruptive technology, and they're at the forefront. They are miles ahead of anyone else that wants to get in, and it's not like they're just trotting on. They are sprinting. Others aren't even out the heckin' gate yet. The stream that they had, where everyone else is in that space, says, "Well, we plan to get these licenses. We plan to do this. We don't have a slideshow already." Vivi was name dropping everyone. They were dropping Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman, Powerpuff Girls, Cartoon Network, Adventure Time, NFL, Marvel, and they're just like, yeah, we got all these. And then everyone else is like, well, we want to get a couple of these. Like, get the frick out of here. There is zero way that you're ever going to catch up. Again, they already have an established app that's already out of beta phase, that already has 250,000 users minimum, and you have 100,000 people holding the OMI bags. Like, the OMI bags are growing by the day. Oh my God, people are. But again, that being said, there's going to be a fight for second place, even though everyone else is miles behind. There's going to be a second place. Not everybody's going to be on the VV app. Not everyone's going to be into OMI. And even if they only take 40% market share, which is ridiculous, they're going to take a lot of market share. Let's say they start out with 60 or 70% market share. That will go down as time goes on, just because the market shares will get bigger, but it'll be flooded by everyone. Having 80% market share when there's a million users, it's much different than having 50% market share at 100 million users, or even 30% market share at that point. You're still growing, but just the overall market is growing as well. And yeah, anyone else is trying, you will not overtake VV as number one. Same way any electric car or any car company will not overtake Tesla. It's just not happening. They can't. It's impossible. So moving on. What do you think in your teens or 20s will be worth so much when we're like in our 40s or even late 30s? What you do in your teens or 20s will be worth so much when we're agreed. What you do, it's so definitely sports, definitely staying in shape will prove to have very long-term dividends, because if you do that, if you never let yourself go, you can, if you're never more than a couple months from being in tip-top shape, definitely do that. That's one of the best things to do. Investing as well. Again, you don't need to invest in these things to become millionaires. You could have a decent job and just invest thoroughly into either 401k or the SP or the VOO or the SPY, and you can be a millionaire by the time you retire just from that. That's a little long in my opinion. I would not do that. But that's one thing that even Warren Buffett says. Well, if you don't know what you're doing in stocks, just invest in the VOO, just invest in the SPY, something that tracks the S&P 500. So, and for people that don't know what they're doing, oh God, just buy Bitcoin. Just buy Bitcoin if you don't know it. But some people they don't understand that, and they want to go deep. And slowly but surely, everyone in the SPY or the VOO that tracks the S&P 500, they slowly but surely, all of those companies will have Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Might take a decade, but they will. There's a few of them that have it now. Ren, do you ever do psychedelics? Yeah, all the time. Well, not all the time, but Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, probably my favorite. Definitely eating what Mario eats is also one of my favorites. And that's opened my mind. That's really opened my mind, and makes you think about. I think I'm pretty open-minded already, but it makes you think about things in a different way. It makes you think like, oh, like if anyone remembers Avatar: The Last Airbender, where Toph is just like, no, there's no different angle you can take. You just plant your feet and push, and try to teach Aang earthbending. But Aang is like, well, what if you think about it in this direction, this direction? That's what it makes you think. Like, it makes you think about things in other directions, and it's very cool. It humbles you. It makes you think like, wow, I am a nobody. I am the speck of dirt on a rock floating in the middle of. But it also, so it makes you even think two things like, well, nothing what I do matters, but also it makes you think that there's a ripple effect because let's say you know 1,000 people, and those 1,000 people know 1,000 people each, so that puts you one person away from 1,000,000 and two people away from 1,000,000,000, and realizing that knows that everything you do has a far greater effect than you think. So be someone that people can count on. Expect the best from your friends, but also be the best. Also treat yourself like you would treat someone that you love. Care, go running, go exercise. Like you wouldn't keep your dog in your house all day. No, you take him for walks. So you have to go and walk and run and go hiking and eat really good food. Do you want to give your dog this crappy food where he's probably going to die in 8 to 10 years? Or do you want to give him this really good beneficial food, like I am Science Diet, Royal Canin, and then they'll live a lot longer. You want them to live a lot longer. Carl TV off the grid says Adam 3. They sell trading courses, etc., and the Brazilians are just getting into investing. 3% of the population right now. It was less than 1% 2 years ago. That trend is already here. Okay. Adam. Okay. All right. Good call. I'll take a look at that. And Goomba says, why do you think about the lack of communication lately from Earth 2 team via Discord announcements? I think they're just busy. I think, again, they have a clear direction. And I also think they rely on us a little bit. Me, Aria Realty, Guidebook Gaming, etc., saying like, okay, well, why is this happening? And us breaking it down for them because they have a clear vision. They have a clear goal. And it's people like us, it's like, okay, this is what they're doing. They have the card. They have to have fixed payments before they did anything else. They had to have fixed payments before they launched the crypto, and have to launch the crypto before phase 2. So again, they're just busy. They laid out everything, and at this point, I think even at least Shane's in the thing like, I don't care what people do short term. When this game comes out, it's going to be so heckin' huge, and oh, I got 25 likes. Thank you guys very much. And when he does that, it's just shaking out the weak hands. It's shaking out people that just don't understand or too impatient. Again, what happens with wealth, whether it's stocks, whether it's Bitcoin or crypto, or whether it's games, it does not go from, oh yeah, money goes to money. It does not go from the poor to the rich. It goes from the impatient to the patient. That happens in every single thing. It happens in Pokemon, happens in collectibles, happens in video games, and in finance. So people, they will regret it. Right? They will regret selling, whether it's OMI, whether it's Bitcoin, or whether it's Earth 2 tiles. Like, I'm out, withdrawing everything. I believe that is a huge mistake. Eugene Tondo says VV app looks great. Honestly, yeah, the app looks amazing. Eugene Tondo says they didn't advertise. Yeah, that's the thing. They didn't advertise anything yet. It's just people like us. It's just people like, which is fun. It's exciting. We're doing it. But also be happy around this time, because things are never going to be this easy. Again, you had something, Cryptkins, no one ever heard of before last week. They sold out 77,000 NFTs in 22 minutes. The app kicked me off. I couldn't get it. I had to buy it in the marketplace. So I did my part, my OMI burn. I bought in the marketplace. But imagine what happens when they drop something like Jurassic Park, or they drop something like G.I. Joe or My Little Pony or Transformers that everyone's going to want. Or not even talking about Marvel, not even talking about them or Pokemon. Oh my God, or comic books. That shiz is going to be bananas. And again, this is just with a couple 100,000 users. It happens when they have 5 million users, 10 million users. This is going to be one of those apps, I guarantee it, that is going to be in the top 5 on iOS and the Google Apple Play Store. And they themselves probably love it, the apps themselves. Why? Because they make 30% on every single money that's invested. You put $100 in to buy gems. Yeah, you get the 100 gems, but $30 of that goes to either Apple or Google, because you using their app. So that's a lot. That's a big into their profit margins. But despite that, so they're gonna want everyone to download this app because they're getting so much money from this. Yeah. They'll increase the server's capacity when the time is. Yeah, well, they're doing that all the time. They're increasing the server capacity. Like they have to, because again, if they're kicking people off for something like Kripkins, they have to like whatever they have now, they have to 10x it minimum. Because then even 10x is only 200 something. There are only 2 million users, and that's all it would take. Oh yes, Kema Chuckmole, you agree? 100%. Dougie Fresh says, "Hey Randy, how can we check how many OMI tokens get burned?" So there's a website like Daily Token Burn or Daily OMI Burn. There's a Twitter account also that has a Daily OMI Burn, but I think you could just Google it and then see how much are in the reserve wallet, how much are in the vault, and how much are burned. So right now, there's like 295 billion in the reserve wallet, and like 3.7 billion have been burned, or something along those lines. Reading Mercury says, "Hello, Randy. Nice to see you again." Hello, Freedom Mercury. Nice to see you as well. Rohan Cast says, "I wish Phase 2 was out or would be soon. Literally cannot wait." Yeah, I'm very excited for that as well. Matt Gardner, how is it going? Rohan Cast says, "Freedom Mercury is alive" in Randy's comments. Heck yeah, we are. Doug E. Fresh, what's going on? Says, "Is it a 1-for-1 burn whenever gems are used to purchase NFT on the marketplace? Like if I buy 100 NFT, will 100... No, it is much less on the... Sorry about that. It's much less on the marketplace. On the marketplace, it's less because it's not going from VV app to person. It's going from person to person, user to user. So, but they still do take like 2.5% from that. I don't know where that goes, but there is OMI burn, just not as much, or not nearly as much. Okay, so outside of that, it has been an hour. I am going to show my Patreon. Oh yeah, again, also my friend Erin, which had the a nice thing for cooking, a nice thing for cleaning. Her link is down in the description. But also, whoa, 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 caught in a bad romance. Oh, hey, there is my referral code for Earth 2. If you want to go and buy tiles, get 5% discount. That'd be great. Patreon down below. I love you all. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I will try to do more actual normal videos, and then I will stream tonight after Guidebook Gaming. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi, bye-bye Dashi. I love you. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, where am I going?